Why do normal things feel so disturbingly wrong? Let's jump right into this. Number 8. Phantom vibrations. You know that weird moment when you swear your phone just buzzed only to realize it didn't? No text, no call, just your brain gaslighting you for fun? This phenomenon is called phantom vibration syndrome, and it's basically your nervous system throwing false alarms like a bored smoke detector. Over time, your brain becomes so conditioned to check your phone that random muscle twitches, fabric friction, or even the faint hum of traffic get misinterpreted as notifications. It's Pavlov's dog, but with anxiety and 5G. Your brain's reward loop loves dopamine from messages, so it starts predicting them even when nothing's happening. It's like your neurons have FOMO. And here's the kicker. Studies show that people who experience phantom vibrations the most also report higher stress and social anxiety. Translation? The more desperate you are to not miss a ping, the more likely your body is to fake one. So if your leg buzzes and no one texts, congrats, your brain just cosplayed as Verizon. Number 7. Mirror madness. Ever stare at your own reflection for too long and suddenly think, wait, that's me? Yeah, that disorienting brain glitch is called the Troxler effect mixed with a dash of derealization, and it's pure existential nightmare fuel. When you fix your gaze too long, your visual neurons get lazy. They literally stop updating repetitive information like your face and start hallucinating shadows or distortions instead. Your brain's like, we've seen this nose 1,000 times, let's make it melty now. It's the same optical fatigue that makes you see weird colors after staring at a light bulb. Only this time, the light bulb is your soul. Psychologists think this mirror illusion is also a peek into how unstable our sense of self actually is. You're not one consistent identity, you're a constantly refreshed slideshow of electrical patterns pretending to be a person. So next time your reflection looks off, don't freak out. Just remember, that's not a demon. That's your brain buffering. Number 6. The floor drop feeling. You're lying in bed, cozy, calm, half asleep, and suddenly your body drops, like you fell off a building made of dreams. That's called a hypnic jerk, and it's your brain's overprotective lizard instincts trying to keep you from dying in a tree. Back when we were hairy cave climbers, falling asleep in a high branch was a death sentence. So if your muscles started relaxing too fast, your nervous system went, wait, we're falling, and jerked you awake before gravity could finish the job. Now, millions of years later, you're not in a tree, you're in a $900 memory foam mattress, but your brain doesn't care. It still thinks the blanket is a leaf and the carpet below is certain doom. The worst part? It can happen right when you're finally drifting into deep sleep, turning your peaceful bedtime into a surprise roller coaster. Evolution, keeping us safe from imaginary cliffs since forever. Number 5. The creepy feeling of being watched. You're alone. Maybe scrolling through horror memes at 2 a.m. when suddenly, bam, you feel it. That spine-tingling someone's behind me sensation? You check. Nothing there. But your nervous system is now ready to fight a ghost. This isn't supernatural paranoia. It's your amygdala being a little too enthusiastic. That's the brain region wired for threat detection, and it runs on a better safe than stabbed policy. When your senses detect ambiguous cues like a creaking floorboard or a flickering shadow, it fills in the blanks with the most dramatic option possible. Predator detected. Evolution trained us for this. For tens of thousands of years, the people who didn't assume something was watching them got eaten. So your brain decided, false alarms? Fine. Snacks for tigers? Not fine. Modern life just gives that system no off switch. Office reflections, houseplants, security cameras, your brain still interprets all of it like rustling grass in the savannah. So the next time you spin around in an empty room, just know, you're not paranoid. You're historically cautious. Number 4. The wrong face glitch. Ever see a photo of yourself and think, who is that? It's you, but somehow it's not. That's the mere exposure effect playing tricks with your ego. You're used to seeing your face in mirrors, where everything's flipped. When a photo shows the non-mirrored version, your brain screams, imposter, because symmetry in humans is rarely perfect. You've subconsciously bonded with your mirror twin, the backwards version, so seeing your true face feels uncanny, like meeting your own doppelganger who eats cereal wrong. On top of that, cameras distort proportions slightly depending on lens length and distance. So yeah, your phone basically deepfakes you daily. Add lighting, fatigue, and the 1,000 micro-judgments your inner critic loves. And suddenly your own jawline looks like it committed a crime. Psychologists say this discomfort is tied to identity dissonance, your self-image, mental version, clashing with physical reality, photo version. It's like catching your own reflection gossiping about you behind your back. Next time you hate a selfie, remember, it's not that you look weird, it's that your neurons are bad art critics. Number 3. The 2. Quiet room. You sit in a silent room. No hums, no chatter, just you and your thoughts. Sounds peaceful, right? Until the silence starts buzzing. This eerie unease is your brain rebelling against sensory starvation. Humans evolved in constant noise, wind, insects, conversation, so true silence feels wrong. When that background input disappears, your auditory cortex starts hallucinating phantom sounds to fill the void. That faint ringing? It's your neurons doodling in boredom. Extreme experiments confirm it. Put people in an anechoic chamber, a room that absorbs every sound, and they start hearing heartbeats, blood flow, even their own eyeballs moving. Within minutes, most beg to get out. Their minds go from calm to chaos faster than a meditation app with a jump scare. Silence reveals how addicted we are to stimulation. Without it, your brain turns on demo mode, generating noise from inside just to remind you you're alive. So if quiet ever feels creepy, it's not haunted. It's just your skull's surround sound system playing itself. Number 2. The sudden wrongness of familiar places. Ever walk into your own kitchen and feel like you've just stepped into a simulation glitch? Everything looks normal, but it isn't. That eerie déjà vu but not feeling is called jamais vu, the evil twin of déjà vu. Instead of recognizing something you've never seen before, your brain fails to recognize something you absolutely should. It's like your neurons temporarily forget what normal looks like and throw the whole reality file into the recycling bin. Researchers think this happens when your semantic memory, the part that labels things as familiar, momentarily desynchronizes from your perception. Basically, your sensory data, yep, this is your kitchen, and your internal database, unknown location, stop shaking hands. The result? That skin-prickling wave of, this feels wrong. It's usually harmless, but deeply unsettling, like watching your mom speak in a voice that's not hers. Even worse, your mind sometimes overcorrects after the glitch, flooding you with paranoia. Has this always looked this way? Why does my fridge feel sinister? Don't worry, the fridge isn't plotting. It's just your brain lagging like bad Wi-Fi. Number 1. The Uncanny Valley. Finally, the king of wrongness, the Uncanny Valley. You've seen it. A robot with almost human eyes. A wax figure that breathes just a bit too realistically. A CGI baby that's somehow both alive and dead inside. The Uncanny Valley is what happens when something looks almost human, but not quite. Your brain's pattern recognition software throws a tantrum because it can't decide whether to empathize or panic. We evolved this reaction as a kind of disease detector. Things that almost look human but move weirdly might signal sickness or death. So when an android smiles just off sync or a face in a dream blinks wrong, your primitive instincts whisper, "That's not a person. That's danger pretending to be one." Ironically, the more realistic tech gets, the worse this gets. Hollywood animators and robot designers spend millions trying to dodge that dead-eyed discomfort, and yet, here we are, still getting goosebumps from fake Tom Hanks. It's like your emotional antivirus misfires every time something passes the human test with 99% accuracy. The result? Pure, delicious horror. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.